Alrighty folks, I do believe I mentioned that this video was coming. So did Nintendo stealth drop this Indy showcase, or is it just me being out of the loop here for the last few days? Because I didn't hear anything about it leading up to it. Anyway, I am going to say to like, comment, and subscribe at the start of this video for a change, since they always seem to derp it up and forget until the end, or don't say it at all, which I'm bad, I'm naughty, I need to be punished. Then I'm going to get into this direct my reactions to it. So, you know, I do enjoy indie games, you dig indie games, and the Nintendo Switch seems to be their preferred home at the moment. Well, let's start. Up first, we've got a pretty game by the name of Blue Fire, which looks like Hollow Knight and Legend of Zelda got together one drunken evening, but in a good way. And of course, this is one of many timed exclusives that are going to appear on this list. Timed console exclusives, I believe they're calling them. There's a lot of them. And it looks really good. I kind of want this one. And we've got some stuff about a game called Baldo. They like the JRPGs, they like the anime, they wanted to make a game involving both. Instead, they made an action RPG. Huh. But it's got some really neat art, and there's a cat. Cat always win. So, action RPG with neat art style. I kind of like the look of this. I'm down for this one. Up next is a game called I Am Dead, which is a weird-looking game with weird-looking characters. And it seems to be a take on the point-and-clicky, but with ghosty powers. Reminds me of that one game for the DS whose name I can't remember that was probably a much better game. Anywho, not my cup of tea at all. And up next we have a group talking about Bark, B-Arc, Animals and Spaceships, plus Bullet Hill. Not really sure what to make of this because they call it a game with easy couch co-op, and easy plus Bullet Hell don't seem to mix, at least in my experience. But I do like animals, I do like space, and I do like Bullet Hell games. Plus there's a cat in a spaceship, so like I said, cat always win. What's up next is a Cyanide and Happiness game in the showcase called Freak Apocalypse. And I have no idea what kind of game this is. The trailer, the showcase, they leave me clueless as to what kind of game this is. The art looks like it's straight from the comics, so if you're into that, I guess go nuts. Beyond that, we have Summer in Mara. Boy, are we going down that Indie Game Award checklist here, huh? That said, it kind of looks like My Time in Portia, but with more Dora the Explorer. I'm kind of met on this, kind of not, because it does look kind of like the kind of game I'd enjoy, but with too much award bait sprinkled in. Quantum League is shown off next, a PvP first-person shooter with a really stupid-looking mechanic. I hate to be this type of cynical, but this one's dead on arrival unless it drops as a free-to-play title. No one's going to play this, especially if they have to pay. Even if they don't have to pay, I don't know how big the community for this one's going to be. The Good Life is an adventure game where you're a werecat/dog at night, and I guess you're trying to solve a murder. It sounds cool on paper, but it really looks ick. It really looks kind of like a bad PlayStation 2 game. And apparently the developer thinks everyone in Britain rides sheep. Now, if everyone in Britain rides sheep, that does explain all the Velcro gloves. Moving along, Hello Games shows off The Last Campfire. Oh boy, did I mention that Indie Game Awards checklist. This looks like the Indie Game Awards checklist of the game. Hard pass, and may Satan not have mercy on your souls. Enjoy your no sales and your BAFTA award. And just get out of my sight. I dislike everything about this. I dislike the trailer, the sad music, the premise. It's Indie Game Award bait at its worst. Eldest Souls. I keep wanting to say Elder Scrolls or Dark Souls, or you get where I definitely get where they got the title for this one from. It's an action boss rush game, and it kind of looks fun. Not sure what else to say about it. They don't really show off too many of the mechanics. You have a loadout, you fight bosses. Kind of looks like Moonlighter. Quick Rush Time. There's a bunch of games they drop in the next bit of crap. Did I say crap? I meant the cream of the crap. Yeah, these aren't looking very good. Blair Witch. Wasn't this trash on other consoles? Like, didn't it get universally panned? Ghost of a Tale. Looks like Rat Skyrim. What? Sky. Looks like Journey with Wings. If that's your thing, then go for it. Sky Racket, not to be confused with Sky, a retro-style looking bullet hell with breakout mechanics. You bat a ball back at the enemies. Okay. Superliminal. I have no clue what's going on in this, but the mechanics look interesting at least. Wingspan, a survival card game, bird watching. I don't know. I really don't know. I have a lot more questions than I would like to have. I think I skipped a couple of games in the other ones. I'll get back to them in a minute when I'm done with this. Dicey Dungeons, dice that roll themselves. This looks cheap. Bounty Battle, it's a fighty. Looks a bit like a stylized Smash clone. Moving Out looks like a co-op game that reminds me a bit of Overcooked for some reason. And going back to the ones that I missed, Pixel Junk Eden 2 is a musical game. I don't know what kind of game this is. It kind of reminds me of Electroplankton. I haven't played Pixel Junk Eden or any of Pixel Junk games. Feria is a strategy card game with what seems to be a cash shop hinted at heavily. So unless this one's free to play / free to start, it's going to be a hard pass. And even if it is, I'm going to be very suspicious about it because of the monetization models. Of course, a game like this will need a player base, and if it's a card game, it's going to have a lot of competition. And I mean a lot of competition. Especially in the free-to-play market where you have Gwent and, well, Gwent. And of course, at the end, they do their fake out and drop Exit the Gungeon, a sequel to Enter the Gungeon, which is out now. It's like side-scrolly arena shooty instead of top-down arena shooty. I like Enter the Gungeon, and this doesn't look bad, so it might be neat. Anyway, that's all. A lot of times exclusives in this showcase. Makes me feel like everyone who said the Switch was a great platform for indie games, including myself, were right. Indie games, though, they're like indie films, you know, very hit or miss a lot of the time, so a lot more miss than hit. And some of these try to find strange niches in order to get noticed amongst the pack of them. So I'm real mixed on this showcase. I do like my indie games, but I'd really, really, really like a major Nintendo Direct sometime soon. So please, Nintendo, give us that. And with that, I'm going to wrap up here. If you like this kind of thing, let me know in the comments. That's what they're there for. Also, if you want to subscribe and click the bell and do whatever voodoo ritual that may or may not allow YouTube to actually show you my notifications, it probably won't. Or just bookmark the page and check back, I don't know anymore. Anywho, I'm going to wrap up and say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, whoosh.